Hello, today we'll be discussing the two different Surefire HL1-C-TNs. HL1 Helmet Light, this is their first model of them. C for red and white and the tertiary infrared. And tan because they're tan. They do have black ones, but you can't really get them on their website. Now this is the older one. I actually prefer the way this one looks better. This is the newer one. This one does improve on the switching system. That's all I've seen really is an improvement on. Mounting system for the older one is very basic. Just a clip. Can attach to the side of your ACH. And the newer one has 20 set clicks for a full 360-degree rotation, and also clips onto your ACH. Now, first off, when we're looking at this one, I lost the attachment to keep this from falling away. Never mind that though. Now, they're both great lights. The good and bad things we'll go over. But let's start with the older one. This one actually does have some problems with it. This one has an electronic issue. When I go from low to higher, well, it doesn't get very high, and it flickers. I sent it once in for an RMA, and they took care of it, and then a few months later it just kept doing the same thing. Red only kind of goes up to the second one, but that's just one thing you kind of have to look out for these. Just keep an eye on your electronics on the inside, and you can send them in for an RMA very easily. Customer service is very nice. One thing you want to watch out for is up here. They have these, I can't remember the name of the material, but it's a rubbery material on these switches. It's pretty delicate. I was able to just tear it up, really, just from use. This one not so much over here because I rarely ever use the IFF beacon, but switching between white and red, you want to be kind of ginger with it, otherwise it'll start falling apart. You can see some metal showing, and now it's not waterproof to a meter anymore. So this one, yes, is the C model, Charlie. This one has 3 white, 2 red, and the tertiary IFF beacon. And to change the brightness, you press this button on the side. See, it's I don't know if you can see it on the camera, it's giving you problems, but that's just this particular one. Now, the newer one improves on the switching, especially in the disable switch and the battery locking. This old one, this one, there's a little tab here and a little indentation that you insert, turn, and when the spring locks it, so it can't untwist here. Now the disable switch, it's not very good. In my opinion, for this older model. It's pretty testy. You kind of have to have it in the right place for the lights to even work here. Now the newer version has improved on that to more like their normal flashlights. This one just kind of twists off and on just like your standard Surefire. And that's how you disable it. You just basically untwist it a little bit, kind of like your standard Surefire lockout. And then to enable it again, twist it all the way nice and tight. Much more efficient than this little kind of locking action. Let's see if I can get that nice and close here. This one, other than that, they're pretty much the same. Like I said, the only difference is the switching system here with the disable switches and As you can see, the toggle switches are a little bit different. This one's new. I haven't kind of put it through the ringer, so I have no idea how well this will do for wear. But hopefully it'll do a lot better. They're both made out of a nitrilon, which is a glass-filled polymer, nylon polymer, excuse me. Very tough material. It doesn't scratch and cut as easy as any other plastic or something more rubbery. It's pretty high grade stuff. And then the switch cap here is your standard aluminum with a type 3 anodize on it. Very scratch resistant. If I can get a key over here, see if I can show you here. If you can see any kind of scratch, that's actually the metal coming off of the key. So, this one, obviously brand new, nice and bright, 19.2 lumens for 6 hours. Then, medium is 5 lumens for 28 hours, and all the way low is 1.4 lumens for 48 hours. I mean, you can have this on for 48 hours, that's pretty intense for the white light. Then the red light, on low, is 0.3 lumens for 96 hours. Medium is 0.8 lumens, 48 hours, and red high is 2.5 lumens for 20 hours. So, let's see if I can point this at the camera. Then here's the tertiary IFF beacon. You can see it a little bit, but that's because I'm trying to line it up with the camera. Cameras do pick up infrared light a little bit easier. Obviously, I cannot see the IFF beacon on either of these. Oops, gotta line it up with the camera. So, way to put it onto your attachment here. See this little U here, you put that into its fitting U and you slide it on. Very simple. This one, obviously, like I said before, doesn't shift around once you put on your ACH, or they also have a Z71 MOLLE attachment for this. It doesn't really move, whereas this one does. But so that's the HL1-C-TN. Disable switch. It's kind of tricky, but there you go.